Hi everyone, thank you so much for the support on yesterday's video. Um, Thank you also to those who liked and subscribed. It meant a lot. And originally I was going to make another video from like a week from now, but earlier today, when I put on BBC Breakfast, I realised that today was the ruling of the Supreme Court Scottish independence referendum case. Now, I'm recording this as you can see, it's at 10 a.m. The ruling has just happened. The Scottish Parliament do not have the legal right to hold a referendum without the consent of Westminster. A huge development. And it'll be interesting to see how the SNP go from here, whether they may hold it without the referendum, do what Catalonia did, or if they just kind of give up or maybe just wait another generation. Who knows? But it'll be a good development. Let me start again. It will be it'll be a thing which I will keep an eye on and a thing which I will keep following. So, with the theory of this video, I wanted this video to be about the opinion polls around Scottish independence and whether I think if the ruling did happen, whether it would pass, whether if the referendum happened, Scotland would go independent. So, if you go on to YouGov here, now YouGov are great for this. I'm just going to take this off. But already here you have the Scottish Independence Tracker on, like I said, on YouGov. And it is neck and neck. Like it is very, very close. Only 2 points separate the two. And I think if a referendum could happen, this is a really good starting point for both. I think both sides would be quite happy with this. And they could go, they could start that campaign with a little bit of a boost. And you'd imagine that during an independence campaign, it would continue to be like this. There wouldn't be a massive rise from one side to another. It would be neck and neck till the end. And that's at least my prediction for it. But I think looking deeper into these polls is a lot more interesting than just looking at this tracker, because this tracker doesn't really tell the whole story. And I think looking at a different poll, this is a poll that I'm looking at because something that I'm interested in is economics. And this poll is specifically talking about the financial aspect of independence. And as you can see from all adults, it is a pretty common agreement that Scotland would be worse off financially with independence. So if we go back to here, the SNP would have to make a convincing argument about Scotland being better financially as an independent country than as part of the Union. Because I imagine that a significant majority of those who want to stay in the a significant majority of those who want to stay in the Union will be using this as a reason, the financial aspect. So if Scotland were to become independent, they would need to bring this down to make a convincing argument for it. But what's also interesting is looking at age demographics. Now, if you have a look at my age range, 18 to 24, you'll find out that it actually goes down a lot to about like 30s, to the 30, 40, early 40 range. Whereas if you have a look at, say, over 65s, it is much higher. So what would be important for the S&P is you don't really need to convince people in my age range. You need to convince those who are pensioners or saving up for retirement. So that's the demographic that the S&P would need to focus on. I think that's everything that I wanted to say on the matter. Nothing on the top of my head. I've got nothing else really to say on the top of my head. So thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe the first time I've said this, and I'm gonna maybe start thinking about making like a channel banner, I guess a channel logo, and then like also a one of those other cards where you have like different, where you can click on different other videos. I can't remember what they're called. It was on YouTube, but you know what it'll be about, and it'll probably be in the future on the end of this video and the one yesterday. So, like I said, thank you very much for watching. And I hope you all have a very, very good day. Sorry to the people, to my friends who are, who wanted Scotland to be independent and wanted this referendum. It ain't a very good day for you, but I'm sure you'll have another, what are they called, like another wind, saying more like a second wind. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, thank you very much.